it's me, PamVanEe, and today I'm going to show you the, I guess, like Diane Hubert with Pretty Pink Cottage says, a domestic arts journal. It has different sewing and there might be doilies, things inside. So this measures about 10 by about 6.5, and I showed the pages that I had sewn in the previous video. It's a 3 signature journal. It has different appliques, laces, buttons, gems, and at the top I folded this over and it has doily. And then I got this kind of cool pin from Margie with Mimi's Crafty Shop, I believe. And it has laces and trims and appliques, buttons, little scissors or applique. Here is this little vintage crochet trim along here, and more laces and trims, appliques. You can see some things coming out to the top and the bottom. And this kind of folds over. You have this beautiful chiffon bow here. So let's get into it. And I left a lot of this threads long, so if you wanted to, you could, cut them out. Okay, and this was part of the table runner. So I made a pocket here. Excuse me. Then you have the matching fabric here, little patchwork wonky pocket. Then I have this little tag with a little fabric in kind of a torn chiffon. Some things I still have to back with coffee dyed paper. Here is fabric, and I think I got this from Carrie the Paper Monkey. I'm not sure, but I think it is, and it went well with there's some roses throughout, and I did a little zigzag stitch. And the digital, I'll have to find that. Then you can see lots of really fun, luscious laces. I sewed this little piece with a rose, and then I did some ruffle here, some burlap, a collage, buttons, appliques there. So that's this. And I made this into a pocket. There's stitching here. This is like, it has like rickrack and kind of a cool trim here. I have this that I zigzagged around and added some trim. Like I said, I might coffee dye the back of some of these. And then here I have my vintage, faux vintage tape. Did some inking, and then it's beautiful paper to journal on. And this is like a pattern here, and it shows you some crochet. And I added this here with the ladies. Added the scissors and a little label here. Tore the edges. This is a pretty digital. Added that little applique onto this large tag. Made this little circle with Battenberg and appliques. Backed it on cardstock. This is a book page that's been copy dyed, added lace. And here's a doily. Beautiful kind of a sheer fabric that I made into a pocket. And you can also see the crochet lace on this side and the other at the bottom here. And then I have a little sewing machine charm. Pocket has some more writing paper, the big thimble, pretty. I just love the sides. Okay. And then we have a little paper, these ladies, that flips out that you can journal behind, or that lacy digital. Here I added this little measuring on the sewing paper, and we have a little booklet. Still added a little label. And we have coffee dyed papers. And this is a scan of one of my embroidered pieces. I didn't embroider it, it's just a piece that I have. And then look at this cute little image. She's knitting, there's some knitting here. I'll back that. Coffee dyed paper. Nice to write, vintage added this fabric washi tape, a little digital of thread. Here's like an inventory tag that I added this bow to, and you can see some of this vintage crochet trim on the other side. And then we have a couple tags. And there's the crochet. And this is the middle of the first signature. Added a little applique at her dress in the bow. And I don't know if I'll cut that or what I'll do with that. And then on this tag, I added this dress form, which was a digital, and just a little bit of sheer netting over it. And then we have some layers, a little fabric flip. This is a little crochet trim. We have this lace, this fabric that I thought was pretty with this, which I believe is a bed sheet. That may have come in Happy Mail. I'm not good at remembering, sorry. And then another page from a, I don't know if these are applique pages. And there's some fun ads. Writing, added washi tape. More knitting. Then here, I didn't like how I had yarn here. So I added this piece, added the fabric, added a couple layers of lace, and then I added that little applique there. And we have a tag. with some lace. And then here, just added that, some chiffon. And this was a digital. I did a little stitching, and then I added that piece. And then there's straight stitching and a little zigzag. Oh, and that stitch too. So I hope you are going to have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm going to my daughter's down the road. So that should be fun. Okay, here is a little, this is the same paper as this. Then I added this fabric, added a zipper, and then when you pull this out, you have a tag. This is journal. So it just looks like a tag, but there's a tag inside. And then it has this fun, fluffy little pom-pom paper clip. It brings out the pink and blue of this fabric. Here I just took a strip of scrap and I sewed down, and then I added these little paper buttons from a punch that I have from Martha Stewart. And you can see this pretty lace here. It's another digital. So there's mainly pinks and then just a bit of blue in the journal. Pocket, and this, I added this little digital here, and then I added the thread, so it looks like it's coming out of the needle. And this little label keeps this tucked in. Then we just have place to journal, and this little card with a zigzag. And I just wanted to say it's Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful for my friends here on YouTube and for prayers. I haven't been feeling very well. I got a lot going on. Health issues, but anyway, I don't like to really talk about it a lot, but I appreciate the prayers. Yeah, if you knew all that was going on, you'd be like, oh, that's crazy. But anyway, I'm pushing through because I love this and it's my therapy, and I'm not going to just sit around and, you know, that makes me feel worse. So this, you can see this lace here, I thought was pretty. And then you pull this out. This is a digital. And then here's the belly band with this little ad here. And we have a doily. This little page from a book that's been coffee dyed. It's got real pretty lacy things. Here on the back of this tag here. Fun little paper clip, a little label. And then I had made these a while back, which were pretty, I thought, with this. And then you can see this little paper clip too. And you can see the applique is poking through here. The appliques here. And then we have an accent of appliques. Over here. And then I just added a little piece of paper scrap. And then some instructions, and then I added this as a little fabric ruffle. And another fabric washi. Needlecraft page. This is a little digital, this little dress. I added an applique, used it as a pocket, and then added some lace. The bottom, this little tag. And that's the first signature. I have wrapped around this lace and this piece of embroidered piece with the little flower vase, and it's folded back, and it has this pretty kind of a sheer textured fabric, and that's open, so you could do hidden journaling here, and then you just fold it over. That pretty paper clip. More instructions for needlework. There's our link letter, an old ad. Thought that digital was pretty with this book page here. And we have little patterns for embroidery. And a little flower there. Have some stitching here. This is one of my digitals, or not my digitals. It's a scan that of my embroidered piece. I don't have digitals in my shop. I just scanned some of my embroidery. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. A magazine page. Pretty roses on that. More of that lacy type paper. A slip cover and curtain measurement chart. Then I added a little pocket here, this cute little girl. There's appliques on, oops, here. Another magazine page. Pretty digital. Here we have little various little laces and burlap and appliques. And in the pocket, oh, and then I have this little piece with an embroidery, and this was the bottom of something with stitching. I have another place to journal. And then I had made these a while back, a little sample, like a little lace fabric, or like it's a sample of laces. Look at all the pretty laces. That's like a little light peach, a pink. Then I stamped that. Added a little bow. Oh, there's more little appliques here. Different little laces. Then here's the middle of the second signature. Got some appliques right here. This was a scan of a embroidered piece that I have. Added this, couple little tags. Yeah, pretty paper. I've got this crochet lace and a little hanger. Looks like a little vintage hanger there. Lots of lace and crochet. So you see the crochet here, added a lace here and a little ruffle. Here's part of that embroidery with a daisy. We have this little card, cute. This is a scan of one of my embroidered pieces that I have made into a tag. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or try to sell it or what I'm going to do. So maybe after Thanksgiving I will figure it out. And if I list it, I'll let you know. This is pretty digital paper. Added this little ruffle that I believe I got from Carrie Paper Monkey. And a little applique, little ad. Added this big piece of crochet to the edge. And we have in here tag. And here's the window measurements. You can see all the crochet here. This is a measuring tape. I added a safety pin and these scissors dangling down. Add a little paper to the side and zigzag and put the sheer chiffon. You can see a little bit of it poking right out from here. Scanned to make into a little tuck. Tags, added that piece. Glued this on and then just stitched across to that pretty paper. Another scan of embroidery I have. Added fabric washi and fussy cut that lady out there. Added a label, more doilies. This I sewed on here. Added this piece. Lots of fun things in here. Some lace for a belly band. Place to journal. Crochet. And that's the second signature. The end of the second signature. Here's the third. Added this pretty crochet trim, and we have a little button, and you can see the lace on the other side. And this is a vintage doily, roundish doily. Isn't that pretty? Then I had this tag, backed it in pink cardstock, added this crochet trim and this little circle there and did stitching. The other side of the tag and added a little crochet piece here and some snaps and some thread. And on this side I have lace, this little tuck, and this cute little tag with all these little pink and blue and white fibers. Says I love sewing. Then I folded up this page at the bottom, give it strength, and added this little washi tape. Pretty advertisement with doilies. Here's another one of these that I stitched down and added the paper punch buttons. We got some blues here, and I added this pretty little piece. A little paper clip. Thought the colors were kind of pretty with that. We have a tag. Who's that lady? You could see her right there. There's that Afghan. This is a scan of one of my embroidered pieces that I have in my collection. It kind of went pretty with this. And then what I did was I added lace and the sheer chiffon, and that lady's peeking out from behind that. He's got a little zigzag torn. I don't know if you could really see that. There you go. So I added her. It's a fun little ad. Needle needle pointers, some work basket, little pillows, added like a ruler. I sewed some paper down here. Added this little ruffle that I got from Carrie Paper Monkey. Then I added these appliques. I've got some pink lace going down. And then I have a ruffle, you can see here. And then you can kind of see the ruffle on that side. And in this pocket, oh, and then this is a pretty little piece that I made into a pocket. Pretty little embroidered flowers. In the pocket, I have this with some tissue, sewing pattern tissue paper, little paper button. And then I have this tag, and I did some stitching too. And then one of these little samples with all the different laces and pretty stamped crochet. There's the ruffle, and this is the middle of the third signature. We have this little wood thimble, and it's a little tag and tuck here. Added an applique here. Added some lace to the bottom of her dress. There's the applique. And then we have this crochet trim ruffle. And a few things tucked in here. And these buttons. This is side of a seam binding package right here. And this, the buttons tuck right underneath there. And then some applique ruffle. See, there's the seam binding. See the ruffle here. Then I made a little ruffle with other little sheer fabric here. I have a little ruler. There's a little ruffle. And then you can see the flowers through here. And then you have this tag with this sheer fabric ruffle. And I scanned this little embroidered piece. Added that. Added a label. Added this little fringe, this little girl. A little piece of crochet, and then added the applique. There's the other side, and then you could see this is added here. And then this, I turned this up to make it a pocket. Added lace appliques. And we have in the pocket some fun things. This is a scan of embroidery piece that I have, and then I added this little form, dress form. And then this opens up, and then you have this vintage little darning yarn. I have a little faux vintage tape. Added that little tracing wheel, fabric, washi, and some blue embroidered piece here. Then this is a little cluster with burlap and laces and a button. These are quilt blocks. I added this little quilt block that I may have gotten from Meg, Chasing Retro. I cut it in half, and now I have a little tuck place here. And then I added this little rickrack piece here. Bring out some of the blues. And then you could see the quilt block here. Added this lady, and then this these little retro ladies ribbon. And then there's fun little ads here. This I have a little spool of some, or little fibers there, and a little applique. This can be tucked in here and there. You can see the lace from the other side, which I added this ruler and some pretty appliques that I thought looked pretty with this. And this is a, it was hard to cut it up, but I cut it out and, or cut it in half, added it as a large piece. It's got cross stitching. It's really beautiful with the scalloped edges. And it has this, right here you have lace, and you can pull that out, and it's part of a sewing machine. And there's a sewing machine here. And I also added some of these beautiful buttons here. They're pretty. And that, so that's where this goes here. Then I added lace here. And did I show you the back? Here is the back of the added this lace. So that is the, I guess you call it Domestic Arts sewing journal. And I'll figure out what I want to do with it. I like how it turned out. I got to use a lot of my laces and things. So very pretty. Well, I just hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And like I said, I'm thankful for y'all. And thanks for your prayers. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.